So, good morning, everyone. That's my third attempt. This is my third attempt to try to go live. My name is Joanna Daniel, and I work with adult survivors of childhood trauma and women who experience abuse. And we do that through courses, conferences, and retreats. And our online retreat is June 3 to 6, and I'll tell you some more about that at the end. But today I want to talk about sabotage, self-sabotage, and I talk about this a lot. But as I was driving in this morning, I thought of a way sometimes that we sabotage ourselves and our healing. We sabotage our healing journey. How we will stop the healing in the middle, or sometimes the stories we tell ourselves so we don't start our healing journey at all. You know, oftentimes these stories are fed by cognitive distortions, by catastrophizing things, or lying to ourselves, not telling ourselves the truth, and we do this to maintain a position that we're comfortable with. So as I was writing out a program last night that I'm going to do later on this year, it really just came home to me how sometimes some of the decisions that we make that is seemingly insignificant, but they're not, because they're all a part of a scheme to sabotage, to not do the work that we need to do. And I know that healing isn't easy. I know that it's challenging. I know that it requires time and patience and care and self-forgiveness and grace. I know that it requires all of that. But I know, and when I talk to people who are sometimes in the middle of their healing journey, they will say, I don't know why other people don't do this, and I can't imagine why people won't do this, and how much more beneficial it is. But there are things that we do to not get ourselves to that place and to maintain a certain position. And sometimes that can be challenging to hear. That can be hard to hear, that I am working to maintain the position that I am in. And I know that that's hard to hear, one. And two, we might recognize it. You might recognize it, but might not know what to do about it. Might not know how to fix it. You might see it as a problem. Somebody else might point out self-sabotage to you before, but you're at a loss at how do I fix it? How do I stop myself from sabotaging myself? How do I stop myself from, what are the stories that I'm telling myself that is maintaining my position where I'm not healed, where the pain is continuing, the dysfunction is continuing in relationships. I'm making the same choices. I'm making the same decisions. I'm doing the same things. I want different outcomes, but I'm doing the same things, and I'm not able, because sometimes it's an inability. I'm not able to change the things that I'm doing. I can't stop myself from doing what I'm doing. I've read books, I've listened to podcasts, I've listened to people, but I'm still maintaining the position that I've had before. And it can be frustrating, it can be disheartening, it can take motivation, it can really cause you to not want to try, because the things that you've tried so far has not been successful. So that's one. Sometimes you might try things that's not successful, and so you stop. Or sometimes we do things that is subconscious, but it's designed to make it not succeed, to make it stop, right? So if you kind of assess and think, what are the things that I'm telling myself to prevent me from accessing the support that I need to get to the next place that I want to get to in my life? How do I get help to not make the same relational decisions, to not be allowing the same people in my life? What am I doing? What kind of support do I need to make different financial decisions, or different decisions with friendships, or how I look after myself, or, just the various ways that childhood trauma impact us, but we continue to maintain the same position. So I want you to consider this today, like, what do I need to do, and how do I change? What are the things that I need to challenge myself to change and to grow through? And how am I stopping myself from getting help? How am I stopping myself from change? How am I stopping myself from growth? What are the things that I am doing? How am I sabotaging myself? Even though that might be a hard word to to kind of come to grips with it, or to admit or to own, how am I sabotaging myself? So just, reflect on that, because sometimes when we do that, and we do that work of self-reflection and dig deep, we find things that are there that we didn't think that was there. And we find it, and it's only as you find it that you can unearth it, because sometimes the sabotage is a fruit. There's a root, there's a system that's there, that's holding you and keeping you captive, and it's not letting you free. And without that deep work of introspection, you won't be able to be free. So that's what I'm going to leave you with today. I'm going to be here every day for the rest of this month, at least, to come and talk to you about ways that we can things that you can do to grow, to heal, to change, and to just be better, and to be different, and to be free, because it's a freedom. That's what's important. Okay, have yourselves a great rest of the day. Take good care. Bye.
That was